Hey everyone, Dark Magician Tactics. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video of Mic'd Magicians, I had two topics I want to talk to you guys about. The first one is going to be locals etiquette. Yes, I have a few horror stories, if you will, of my locals experience, and I would love to hear your guys' experience from your locals. So to start us off, this is just like general etiquette, right, guys? Like, I am surprised on how sometimes some people act. And when you go to respond or correct them, it's like they've never been told no in their life, like one of the guys I'm about to tell you about. Or they're just like so baffled and sometimes they get upset or they just pull shit out of their ass, right? Right. So, my first locals experience, bad one I would say, was probably, I don't know, 2 months or so ago, which is right after I even started going to locals. I'm pretty new to the locals experience. I had gone to some shops before, but never for like a tournament or like a locals weekend. I would just go when it's open, play with my friends, maybe play with some other people there. But it wasn't until very recently, almost when I started uploading videos of me dueling, that I was going to locals seriously. So one day, me and a friend of mine, we rolled up to our local shop about an hour early. We wanted to test our new decks that we had just put together, do some practice hands, him and I, and just go through the motions, and then sign up after, and then see how we did. So, as I'm like practicing with my buddy, I'm still asking questions. He's asking questions. This guy just comes up in the middle of our duel, grabs my deck, and just starts thumbing and like or whatever, going through my cards. And I was so surprised. Like, he just came up and grabbed all of my cards. We had just started, and I was like, "Can I help you?" And he was like, "Oh, oh," like no one had ever told him no, or that was a normal thing to do. And he's like, "I'm just looking through your cards." I was like, "How about you ask, right? Like, how about you ask first?" Oh, can I look through your card? No. Put it back. I'm in the middle of a duel. Absolutely not, dude. Oh, sorry, I guess. Yeah. Like, that's wild that someone thinks that they could just come up and touch your stuff without asking. At least to me. I mean, some of these kids these days, I swear, it's nuts how they behave, right? But yeah, he was like offended that I had corrected him not to touch my stuff without permission. And this same guy, I'll say, he has this thing where two things drives me up the wall. You ask a question to a judge or the person in front of you, not even like, "Hey everyone," like just, "Hey, right in front of you, what does this do? What does that say? Can I do this?" Immediately, just like he's listening to your conversations and jumps in with an answer. And the worst is when you actually ask a judge. I've seen this guy cut off a judge to try to vomit out an answer and then him still be wrong, and then the judges be like, "Dude, shut up. It's no, just he asked me, let me answer the question," right? I can't stand people like that. And then also he like flips his cards down really hard. He does that like thing, and then he like when he's like, "I'll activate," click real hard, bends his cards to shit. And it's like, brother, you never touch my cards. Like, I promise you that. I got some expensive cards too. And yeah, so that's two things that he like drives me up the wall with. And then my second horror story isn't a new one. I've posted the quick video in here, but here's the full story of the cheater that we caught on video at locals. It's insane. So this kid was playing some sort of Red Eyes burn deck. I knew what some of the cards did, but not all of them, because he was playing like some Xyz cards I had never seen before. And also, like, for the most part, I'm taking his word for what he says is what's happening, right? Right. Don't ever do that. Ask questions. "Hey, can I read this?" If they say yes, take the card, which most of them do. That's another thing I hate. Don't ever just reach across the table and grab a card. Always ask. It's just a polite thing to do. So I'm taking his word for most of his combos, and I say, "Okay, sure." And then I fall for the old, "Hey, what's that over there?" And the reason I turned around in that video was because I thought maybe he's pointing to the clock. Because for the first time, the clock was behind me, not in front of me. So what do you mean, man? I turn around, and he's like, real quick, I just saw his hand go from here to here. And I was like, "Are you cheating?" No, I'm not. I swear I'm not. I was like, "Dude, it's on camera. Like, are you cheating?" "No, I just drew a card. I swear." And I was like, "All right, dude." And he wound up beating me that tournament. And mind you, this locals had a prize for the winner. It was like some packs or something like that. And I was like, all right. And he wound up beating me that first game. He burned me with his red eyes, that Xyz red eyes card. And I was like, okay. And I was so annoyed that after that, I turned the camera off. And then I just wound up stomping him the next two games. And when I beat him, he had like this little snarky comment. He was like, you should play a deck that represents you. And I'm like, brother, it's Dark Magicians. That's the whole point. And I'm known as the Dark Magician guy at my locals now. Like, I am. And he just got all pissed off. So as we're waiting, I think the next round I got a buy or something like that. I'm going through my footage and stuff like that. And sure enough, I see this guy rip like 4 or 5 cards off the top of his deck. So I go to present it to the judge. I'm like, hey man, my first opponent, he cheated. And the thing that annoyed me was before the judge even saw what I was going to present to him, he just goes, oh, you know, he doesn't really know how to play. He doesn't get the rules. Like, he's new or whatever it is. And I'm like, I don't understand the game completely, but like, watch this. So like, that annoyed me that he automatically just went to like, oh, this kid's special. Like, he's fine. I'm like, no. Look at this. So he looked at it and he's like, oh wow, yeah, that's an issue. I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking issue. Like, you cannot do, like, that is blatant cheating. That's not, I didn't know I couldn't pull 5 cards. You know what I mean? And this video is, like I said, it's linked in the channel, so you guys can go see it for yourself if you haven't seen it already. It's like a 17-second video. He just rips 5 cards off the top. It's insane. So that was my local experience at this one shop, and now I'm at a lot closer shop to me, and it's been nothing but great. The people are awesome. The owner's awesome. We get lit there on Sunday nights. Tomorrow, or depending on when I post this video, maybe it will have already passed, but Sundays for me is when I play, and it's been the best experience ever, and I'm having a great time with it so far. So those are my locals experience thus far, getting into this within the last couple of months. I would love to hear you guys' experience, good or bad. Leave some stories down in the comments below. I promise I'll read all of them and reply to them. It's always fun to get other insights, and make sure you're not the only person going through some BS like that. So let me know, and if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I make content like this once a week, as well as all the deck profiles and the pack openings. So I really appreciate it. Leave a like and turn on that bell notification. So the last topic for today is, and I thought about this for a little bit, if you could take the Pharaoh from, the original Yu-Gi-Oh, which is my favorite, out of Yu-Gi-Oh, and put him in another anime and make it make sense to a degree, which one would you put him in? And I've thought about this because, he's the king of games. He's very strategic and stuff like that. And I kind of like miss the magic element of it. I'm only thinking of like modern Atem. I thought he might fit pretty good into like One Piece or something like that. Someone said Demon Slayer the other day. I haven't watched it yet. I'm very behind on my anime, guys. I'm sorry. I'm pretty vanilla with it. Dragon Ball, One Piece to a degree, and then obviously Yu-Gi-Oh. I watched Attack on Titan. Great anime. Leave some suggestions if you think I should watch any other ones. But I think he'd be like a solid addition to Luffy's crew as like the strategic guy, or like betting. That would be so sick, just to get him like out of situations, playing games with other pirates, and like Destiny winning. I just think it'd be hilarious. And maybe if somebody is like an artist, drop a design down below with like a link, and we can see what he would look like in One Piece. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you again so much for stopping by. It means the world to me to have you guys' support. And as always, y'all have a great day.